All right, we're going to run people through kind of just taking some trades here. I'm just going to take some trades live. I'm not going to try to make anything happen. We will see if... See, I don't like this. We're kind of trading into a range here. We are coming off of VWAP though, so I'm looking to take a long here. I'm in fact going to jump in it. Yeah, I'm going to jump in a couple longs here. There we go. So the idea is that we're coming off of VWAP here. If you look right here, we are below the value area, right? And we're kind of in the bottom of this trend. So I'm looking to get a push a little bit up to, I guess that's exactly where I want to get a push out to. I think that we're going to probably go higher. I would like to see a push all the way to the value area high, or the point of control, I mean, right there. But I don't think we're going to get it just because we're coming off the 200. It is close to the end of the day. And so I was just looking for a little push off of the VWAP right here, off this trend that I just drew. And I think that we will break out of this to one side or the other here, but it is kind of hard to say which way that we're going to go. We have failed the VWAP a couple different times already today, and if we do, we would probably pull back to the 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart that I have here. The 200 moving average on my Tradingview chart looks slightly different just because this is a tick chart. And so I still use it as a level. I do still think it gets respected, as you saw that we rejected pretty much right off of it and had a hard time breaking over it. We'll see if we can get another trade here. Man, that's looking like we might actually break through this trend and push to the downside. If we push here, it's just going to take a while for it to kind of figure out what it wants to do here. Now, I could take another long here off this VWAP, and it wouldn't be necessarily a bad trade, especially if you made your stop where we just went. But it's not an ideal setup just because we are very, very choppy right now. There is no volume, and yeah, it looks like we might want to push down all the way to that 200 moving average. Look at that big move. I have a feeling that we're going to push past that 200 moving average. We're probably going to push back. Yeah, it's probably going to try to make a new low here, I think. Yeah, look at that breakout. I'll jump in it for one contract here now. I'm a little late, but I think I can capitalize on 50 bucks or so. 60. I'll take 60 for off of this. I might have jumped in too late here. Yeah, I'll take 45, 50. I was only looking for like 60 bucks on that move. The problem is that one of the things that I've been teaching people or telling people, it's easy to scalp in a pattern. So once you identify this pattern here, right, from that here to here, I can scalp shorts off of the top of this pattern. I can scalp longs off the bottom of this pattern, like how you just saw me do just a few seconds ago. As soon as we break this pattern, right, now it's a lot harder for me to scalp this, I think. You know, technically we could draw like another trend line like that. That wouldn't be like a real trend line. Maybe something like that. If you want to go wick to wick, we have something like that. I don't like that. We could find support here, but I just don't see very much support here yet. What I'm going to look for here is a rotation back up. And I'm waiting for confirmation for that. We might get it here. What I don't want to see it do is I don't want to see it push, you know, to make new lows today and hopping along here. Do you think that we're going to get a push back out of there? Yeah, there we go. I did go ahead and hop in that. I might hop in it early. I'm only in it for one contract though. I'm gonna go in for two. See if I can't get $100 out of this move, maybe 200 if it really pushes here. Here we go. Give me like 200 there, right? 100, 110. I'll take the 110 move off of that. Nothing crazy. The thing about this is that, again, it's just we don't have the volume coming in. And so what I was looking to scalp there, right, was one, again, we're kind of pulling off this value area low. We have the 200. I was hoping to get a move back to VWAP. But again, just the volume doesn't seem to be there. We seem to have this area kind of like right here on the Rincos. And then what I was looking for was a pullback to the 9 moving average on my tick chart, which is exactly what we did. And I went ahead and just peeled the order off there. And now we could probably continue. Again, what I was hoping for was a pull all the way VWAP, and we might actually get that. But when the volume's low like this, a lot of times I'm very comfortable just taking my profit and getting out. I don't need to hold trades longer than I have to, especially when I'm scalping like this. It's unnecessary, especially when I don't have a good direction or a good sense of if this is going to be a potential reversal or a fake out. We're probably going to, yeah, look at that. We should have just held that. We could have gone all the way to VWAP. Still wants to go. I could jump in this and trade it, but my fear now is that we could reject off of VWAP here and continue back down. We don't really have a supporting trend anymore. I should have shorted it. See if I can't jump in it late. Probably this is a bad idea for me jumping this late, but I think that if we have this move down, I think it's going to pull back to like this level here. Yep. Yeah. Well, didn't get the exit that I wanted to. But it was funny because I hovered my mouse to say I think we're going to pull back to this level, basically the top of this candle, kind of in that range. And then we did, and I wasn't able to hit the exit button fast enough. We continued pushing, but again, profit's profit. Again, we're taking little scalps off of bigger moves, and just using the smart money concepts and all these to help identify where those moves are going to be. Now, there's certain things, like, I mean, right now you kind of have to be careful because we are now, I would say, kind of in this downward trend, right? But we have a lot of support at this 200 moving average level. And that's something you have to be careful with, especially if you're trying to take longs or shorts off of this area. As you saw how fast that move happened, and I was only able to capitalize on a little bit of it. And yeah, I think for the rest of the day though, I think this is it. I don't think that there's going to be much more moves here. Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be much more moves here on this account. All right, so ended the day about $2,100 on this account. Only took $195 in losing trades. Average losing trade was about $48. Average winning trade was about $81. So had a nice like 2-to-1 winners to losers. I did take a couple more trades afterwards. Were not the best trades. Long story short, I started to try to take some longs off of this level right here. And what I was hoping for was a little bit of a pullback to VWAP, which we didn't get the full pull back to VWAP, but we got enough for me to get out and take profit. And I was, staggering in some contracts there. Was not the best trade, but I had reasons to believe that we would have at least a little bit of a pullback, and that's exactly what we did. So that's it. If you guys have any questions on how I trade, or how I trade, these accounts, hit me up in Discord, just at me in the QuantVue Discord channel. And just to show people too, it's like, you can see I took a lot of these trades during the morning session. So this is like 9:54 for about the first 2 hours I took trades. I took a little bit of trades at noon, just because I saw a setup. So it's like, I didn't take a trade from 9:54 to 12:54. So there's about 3-hour break in there where I didn't take a trade. I took like a couple of trades around noon, and then I didn't take another trade till 2:30. So like, I didn't sit here and trade all day. I got up, I did stuff, and I came back to my computer. So I did trade like a morning session. I traded like a little afternoon session, and then I traded a little bit near the end of the trading day. And that's kind of how I like to trade. There's certain times of the day that I don't necessarily always trade, especially after the initial market open. And there's different strategies that I use. I think I can scalp much better during like the noon time than I can in the morning time, because there's less volatility. I just find it easier for me to scalp sometimes. That's it though. If you like this type of content, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, ask me questions, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.